What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew. This is Ball Hawk Ifeatu Melifonwu of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Well, good woo to you too, and greetings and salutations, everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host, once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for tuning in today to Lions Talk Live Sunday, the Sunday off morning show version, and we've got a bit of a different show for you guys today. We're going to do a couple different segments, something just a little bit different since we do have the day off. We are also going to do a rooting guide for you guys today. So we're going to go through all the NFL games, and you guys decide we're rooting for or rooting against. Because, hey, we're selfish Lions fans. We got to have something to talk about on a day off, so I figured we'd give you guys that. We're going to go over also by the numbers, the breakdown of the last several games between the Lions and the Seahawks. I mean, we got a lot of different segments set in place for you guys today. Real quick, though, before we get into all that, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that push to 8,100 subs. And we're about, 70-something, 80-something, right in that range away from hitting it. So if you can help out that would be great. Also, if you got a half second of time, it's free of charge. Hey, maybe it helps somebody discover the channel that hasn't yet found the channel. Please consider hitting that thumbs up and like button. As you guys know, we try to get each video between 200 to 300 or more thumbs up or likes. And every like we get, you know what? It helps one more person in need try to find Lions Talk Live. Last but not least, if you are looking and considering finding a new book to read, maybe you'll go to Amazon.com or wherever you find your reading materials and go look up Kajora Book. It is a historical fictional novel set basically, basically through a few different time periods, but we'll say about 1,000 years before Chris Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And if you like Native American and Asian culture, mythology, etc., this might be something for you. The next book in the 9-part series releases next year. So, hey, get it all caught up before it hits. And maybe you can go ahead and read this book and leave a good like. All right, going ahead and getting on from that over to our first segment of the show. And as you guys all know, that is 5 Headlines Now. All right, 5 headlines now. Let's get this thing going. All right, Detroit Lions lose third defender to IR this week. This is from mlive.com, Kyle Mikey. So you guys probably all saw the video yesterday. If you didn't see it on Lions Talk Live, you probably saw it on 50 other different places. Ify Melifonwu is going to be out, and the determination of when he's going to return is probably not going to be revealed to us anytime soon. Maybe over the bye week it comes out. As you guys do know, though, we broke the news about a month and a half ago that we had some inside information from medical personnel with the Detroit Lions saying that basically during the Kansas City Chiefs preseason game, Ify Melifonwu egregiously injured one of his Achilles tendons. It wasn't a complete tear nor rupture, so the medical staff said, hey, we're going to try to just figure this out, Scooby-Doo, how to get it to work, get it to heal up. They were going to be aggressive with the rehab, and they've done everything they can from a non-surgical standpoint to get him to return to this game, to get him to return to the team. It's just so far, it's not enough for him to return at this time. They did give a time frame of they were anticipating 3 to 6 weeks. They also did tell us, though, after those 6 weeks, if he really hadn't fully recovered, the surgeons may indeed have to go with the surgical procedure, which would put him out for the rest of the season. We don't know yet if he will go underneath the knife in order to correct it, but my anticipation is, and it's just my anticipation, that they're probably leaning that way at this point. We'll wait and see. Thoughts and prayers for Ify Melifonwu. I'm sure he wants to be on the field. Could he be out just 5 weeks? Absolutely. Could he be out the season? At this point, I'd say that's on the table. All right, Detroit Lions preparing for O-line shuffle with no Frank Ragnow against testy Seahawks defense. The Detroit Free Press by Jared Ramsey. We all know it's not a big shock. I know there was some speculation early in the week that maybe Frank the Tank would go Monday night and then put him on the shelf for 2 weeks. It's possible, but that didn't happen. MCDC said, paraphrasing here, we're going to protect Frank Ragnow from Frank Ragnow. But with all that being said, he did heal up significantly to the point where on Friday he was saying, or Frank Ragnow was saying, hey, he feels totally fine, no problem at all. The Lions, though, even though he may be the Detroit Lions version of Wolverine, the MCU character who heals very rapidly, the Lions are going to make him wait at least this week, then review after the bye week. So Jared Ramsey does go in and analyze who's going to move around. The betting field out there is that Glasgow is going to move to center. And I always kill his last name. Oswaka is going to move over to guard. He did play last year a number of games, including the NFC Championship at that spot. So that's my anticipation where they'll go. If you want more inside information, though, go check out the story. All right, black tie or Lions jersey. New Midtown Detroit Lions cocktail bar caters to all. This is from Yahoo/Life, and the name of the bar is the Dirty Shake. So they are an upscale bar, but if you want to come on in and wear a Lions jersey, they'll let you in the door. Normally, this is a upper class restaurant who, yes, as you can probably tell, you need to wear a coat and tie, all that kind of stuff. But if you're a Detroit Lions fan, I think they did extend it to the Tigers too this week. If you wear one of their jerseys, you can come on in just fine and hang out and rub elbows with all the high wigs or whatever you call it, the big spenders. They'll let you in the door. So if you're in Midtown Detroit, you want to swing on out, maybe check out a bar you might not normally cater to, go check out the Dirty Shake. That's about all I know about that one. All right, Detroit Lions general manager Brad Holmes to scout Alabama versus Georgia. SEC showdown, Detroit Free Press, Marlo Alter. Why did I point this out? Because guess what time it is? If you're a Detroit Lions scouting department or general manager, guess what you're doing a lot of more and more with every passing week? You're out there scouting next year's draft class. You're trying to get inside information. And hey, you ever want to find out or apply to be a scout? Part of the life is that you don't have a life. This time of year, you don't really get to watch the Lions play. You don't get to watch them practice. You don't get to watch YouTube a whole lot, probably, other than maybe when you're in an Uber driving from the airport to your hotel or from your hotel to the game to go see whoever you're there scouting. Part of the life of scouts is this time of year. You guys all probably get it. They're on the road a whole lot, doing their due diligence, looking for the next draft class for this organization or whatever organization they're working for. All right, and last of the 5 headlines out, Detroit Lions heavy personnel represents, quote, great challenge, end quote, for the Seattle Seahawks. Sports Illustrated story by Connor Benettini. So, yeah, I went in and got a Seattle reporter's take on basically this upcoming matchup. As we're going to get into with another segment, but a little bit of a segue into it, Seahawks defense is going to be challenged stopping the Detroit Lions ground and pound offense. Why is that? Stay tuned to the next segment. So, all right, with that now being said, let's go ahead and get over to the next segment of the day. All right, let's go with the injury breakdown for the Detroit Lions, and this will be our next segment of the day, and not just for the Detroit Lions. We'll talk about the Seattle Seahawks. All right, let me scroll to the top of my screen. I won't put it on the screen because I know a lot of you guys say you can't read it anyway, so why even worry about it? But all that being said, you all know Frank Ragnow, Frank the Tank, is going to miss this game. Rakestraw Jr., questionable for this game. He was a full participant yesterday. I do wonder if they're going to leave him activated for tomorrow just because, I don't think you want to overburden that hamstring unless you really feel you need to. My anticipation is he's going to go from questionable to being a game-time decision inactive, but I could be totally wrong on that. All right, no more injury designations for. That would be Levi Onwuzurike. He's apparently listed as totally fine. Hogan Hatton, totally fine. Ali McNeil, totally fine. Brian Branch, totally fine. Let's see, Sam Laporta, totally fine. Dan Skipper, totally fine. Ife Malafanu, not so fine. On the IR, as you guys know. And then Alex Anzalone has, no more status on him, so he should be good to go as well. Here's where it starts getting a little dicey if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan. So if you guys want to do your drum roll at home or in your car, wherever you're at, Drum roll, please. In 3, 2, 1. Seattle Seahawks injury report. And yes, I'm always going to kill this guy's name. Apologies. But in Sika Uzwog, linebacker out. And hey, he's got 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 16 tackles. So, and that was last year's. Those are last year's stats for him. So, a little bit of a blow. But here's where it probably really starts getting key if you're a Detroit Lions fan and wanting to pay attention to the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get into this. Leonard Williams, their stud defensive end, he is out for this game. 2024 stats thus far. 1.5 sacks, 1 tackle for loss, 6 tackles in total. Byron Murphy, the second defensive tackle out. So you got one of their main defensive ends, now one of your main defensive tackles out. Injury, hamstring. Leonard Williams, by the way, was ribs. So anyways, 2024 stats for Byron Murphy, the second, half a sack, 1 tackle for loss, 6 tackles total. Boy Mafe, linebacker, out. Now here's another one. This year's stats, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 13 tackles, 1 pass defended, no interceptions. So one of the star linebackers out. So right there, you see right in the front 7. That's 3 pretty big injuries for them. All right, keep it all on the defensive side with them. Questionable is Jerome Baker. 2024 stats, not the greatest. 9 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 pass defended, no sacks. But another body in that front 7 is at least questionable. Unknown is Lakeland Tomlinson. He limited in practice all week. So ankle injury. Former Detroit Lion, as you guys probably are aware. His status for Monday night is unknown. Farrell Brown, tight end, unknown. Limited in practice all week, including Friday before they took off to come over here. Derek Hall, linebacker, unknown. He's got a hip issue. Limited in practice all week. So again, somebody who hasn't fully been able to go all week. But here's another big one when it comes to the sack department. 3 sacks for him, 1 tackle for a loss, 9 tackles total, no interceptions, no pass defended. See, Jonathan Hankins, unknown. He's been limited in practice all week. Not a huge stats guy, but he does have 8 total tackles, 3 tackles for losses. So he's going to be limited. Tyler Lockett, full participant yesterday in practice, so we should expect him to go. We all probably, if you're a Lions fan, you probably know who he is. And from there on down, everybody is, for the most part, full participant in practice. Kenneth Walker, you guys probably also know their main running back, who's probably no stranger to Lions fans. He's from Michigan State, at least for a while. But he's limited participation in practices all week. He did get a full go yesterday. So that's it for your injury report. So, I would say it's pretty favorable for the Detroit Lions from that standpoint. But now let's get over to the next segment of the show, and that is going to be, what the heck? We'll just go ahead and say it's the main topic of the day, and that's going to be your rooting guide. All right, so what we're going to do, since we got a day off, Lions fans, you're sitting around, what are you going to do today? Hey, there's no Lions game to watch. Let's get that rooting guide going. Why are we doing it so early in the season? Well, guess what? Lions are trying to get number 1 seed in the NFC. So, hey, we got to look for every kind of advantage we can as Lions fans, some reason to watch. And I get if some of you guys have a fantasy football team or you've done parlay bets or whatever, you're going to be paying attention to games for different reasons. But I thought, hey, we'd have a little fun and start going through it. All right, New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons. Who do you want to win this one? I'm going to go with this. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to go with, let's go for the Saints. I think the Saints are an easier out for the Detroit Lions should they face them in the playoffs than the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm going to kind of speed through a lot of these. Cincinnati Bengals, Carolina Panthers. I don't really see there being a big factor here for the Lions, but I'm going to say Cincinnati Bengals just because the Carolina Panthers are an NFC team. All right, Los Angeles Rams versus the Chicago Teddy Bears. It's just me. I'm going with the Rams just because I dislike the Bears even more. So I'm going to say, hey, anything that's bad for the Bears is good for the Lions. I'm rooting on the Rams. Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers. Man, this might be the ultimate flip the coin game. Who you want to root for the most? Can you hope for both teams to get the flu before the game and nobody can play? Maybe they just have to forfeit the game totally. I don't know where you're going to go with it. Myself, right now, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings just because I think longer term throughout the season, the Packers are probably going to be the better team. I could be completely wrong. Maybe the Minnesota Vikings will be. But for right now, I'm going to say Minnesota Vikings Go ahead and throw your thoughts in the comments section in there. Again, I'm powering through these things. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. Selfishly, I'm going to say the Jags just because I want the Houston Texans to be as emotionally beat down by the time we face them as possible. So I'm going to go with the Jags there. Pittsburgh Steelers, Indianapolis Colts, probably a game that ultimately doesn't really matter in any way, shape, or form to the Lions. But you know what? Hey, just because the Steelers are undefeated, I'm going to say rooting on the Colts. Denver Broncos, New York Football Jets, another game with no real direct implications for us. Just for giggles, I guess I say, hey, Aaron Rodgers, you did us dirty long enough during your career. I'm going to hope you don't do well here. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, this is a tough one because I could see it going both ways where you'd want to root for the team. If you guys have more thoughts on it, go ahead and comment section it. But for now, I'm going to say, hey, let's go with Philadelphia Eagles, I guess. Washington Commanders, Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I want to try to keep them as about as 500, both teams, as possible. Let's see, New England Patriots versus San Francisco 49ers. I'm going the Pats all the way. Hope the 49ers lose and lose badly. Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers. Again, not a game with direct implications on us. I'd say let's just see the Chiefs lose. Let's go with the Chargers. Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders. You stopped me and heard this before. No real impact for us, so I'm going to go with the Raiders. So that's it for all the game-by-games. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And then we do have one more segment today, and I won't even do a thumbnail or a video intro for it, although I guess I could. I mean, it doesn't hurt. But I tell you what, let's just go ahead and do one just to have a little fun. By the numbers, the last of the video segments we got for you guys today. We'll make this a quick one. Again, just trying to, guys, give you something different on a non-news day for teams, and the fact that we don't really have a game today. Try to give you something different. All right, here we go. 45-35. That is the average score in favor of the Seahawks over the last three meetings. Seattle has scored 51, 48, 37 points respectively against the Detroit Lions in those meetings. So yes, we're all probably definitely aware the Detroit Lions defense hasn't been the greatest, but this season they come in as one of the league's best. This is going to be a big challenge for them. 6, the Seattle Seahawks are on a 6-game winning streak against the Detroit Lions. And yes, there have been some shenanigans that have prevented us from winning the game in a couple of these, including the batted ball game, if you guys remember that one. So it also includes a playoff game against the Detroit Lions with Matt Stafford during the 2016 season. So go ahead and put that one down and your stats by the numbers as well. 648 passing yards for Geno Smith in his last 2 starts at Ford Field. That's a lot of passing yards. Smith eclipsed the 300-yard mark in both matchups in Detroit. He appears very comfortable in a dome setting, especially in Detroit. So we got to make him very uncomfortable tomorrow night. 25. That is the number of pressures Aiden Hutchinson has this season per Pro Football Focus. That leads the entire NFL by a full 4 pressures in an average of over 8 pressures per game. He has broken out in the league's top pass rusher this season so far. We all get it. He's got more sacks than I think it's now 16 teams in the NFL. So Hutch is going to be leaned on to provide some more pressure on Monday night. 438 rushing yards combined between the Lions running back Dave Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. This is likely the best 1-2 punch of NFL running backs for the entire league for a single team. All right, 2-6. The Seahawks were 2-6 last season, straight up as the underdog. This matchup with the Lions will be Mike McDonald's first test in Seattle as an underdog. So yes, the Lions need to make sure that we get number 7 in the loss column for him in that regard. All right, 79.2 Jared Goff's passer rating so far this season. If the season ended today, that would be the second worst of his career after his rookie season. The Lions' high-flying passing attack is off to a slow start this season. However, he did put together the best of his first 3 games of the season last time out against the Cardinals. His passer rating was a 113.6 rating for 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. So yes, every game we've seen his QBR, whatever you want to say, passer rating continually trend up. You've also seen it league-wide, though, and I know we've talked about it a number of times on the show. Across the league, most teams, not all, are off to a historically bad start in the passing attack. But with nobody playing in the preseason, or at least very few teams playing in the preseason, I think there's a lot to it. You look at the teams that haven't struggled so much, most of them have had guys that have played in the preseason. So, all right, those are all the video segments for you guys. I did everything I can to try to throw you some new stuff today. Let's see what you guys have to say about that, and maybe just a little bit more as we go over to the comments section. So let me scroll to the top of the screen, and we'll see what the Do Crew is up to this morning. So, apparently there are a few comments today. All right. Michael, great salutations, Coach and Do Crew! Exclamation points. Superdome, Super Bowl, one pride. Woo, woo. Good morning to you too, Michael. JDC, good morning all. Good morning to you too. Jason, first of all, Superdome or bust. Second, if you could choose who wins the Minnesota-Green Bay game, who would it be and why? Well, you guys heard me give my thoughts. Now let's hear your thoughts. And hopefully you guys enjoy the rooting guide. I'll try to do that once a week. I kind of like it. All right, Jason, taking the jet ski down to Minnesota-Wisconsin border to Prescott, Wisconsin to watch the madness. Border battle. Go enjoy it, my friend, and go enjoy the battle. See, and battle, or knowing is half the battle, or something like that. All right, Clark, good morning, everyone. I need some wake-up juice. Well, go down to your local Circle K and go ahead and get yourself some good, delicious, straight from the fountain, Mountain Dew. Juice, yeah, I knew it. I figured that's where you're going with that, my friend. All right, let's see, Matthew, greetings and salutations. Good morning, everyone. Superdome, Super Bowl. Woo, woo, woo. Sheila likes to woo in the fresh morning dew. You know, you ask, you shall receive. There you go. All right, Bo. Good morning, Do Crew. Well, I'm well rooted. I see Super Bowl. Woo! And good morning to you. And real quick, I just want to throw this at you guys because I know earlier this week, a number of you guys were talking. You know, those of you who live in the upper parts of Michigan, the northern parts of Michigan, or even the UP. A number of you made reference to basically having some sightings up there. And a couple of you guys even sent me some stories about running into some Sasquatch or Bigfoots or whatever you want to say. So a friend of mine lives up in the UP. He works for the DNR. And I asked him about it. And it was funny because I shot him the text. Gosh, what was it? 2 days ago. And he was like, it's so hilarious. He just sent me this. And I was like, why is that? He said, hey, they've been inundated the last day and a half. And I'm not going to give the area out because I don't want to, cause any issues or whatever. But he said in the last day or two, they have been inundated with like 6 to 8 different calls about people reporting, allegedly seeing one in that area, and it's affected people. He was like, there's one lady I was on the phone with. The dogs wouldn't go outside. She said she could see it, moving some trees around in her backyard. And they, just whatever it was, like a mile or two radius, there was like 6 or 8 different families all reporting it. So you guys might be spot on. There might be something up there. All right, Lions Fanatic Berg time. Good morning, Do Crew. Big game Monday, black and blue. Let's bring the noise and beat the Seahawks. One pride. And I agree, man. Let's get this win. 3-1 would look real good going into that bye, especially coming out of the bye, having 2 weeks to get ready for Dallas. And Dallas, it appears, might be a little short-handed come that game. And good to see you, Berg time, as always. Thanks for all you do for the channel. Good morning, Matt. Okay. Big Eddie. Greetings, salutations all. Seattle Seahawks defensive front is looking a little beat up. You ain't wrong, my friend. You are not wrong. But you know what? We faced Tampa Bay with it. You don't overlook anybody. I'm not saying the Lions did overlook them. I thought our defense played great that game. Offense moved the ball between the 20s, not in the pay dirt, though, not in the red zone. JDC getting real in the D. Go Lions. Good to see you this morning, my friend. Let's see, Brent. Good morning, Dan and Do Crew. Superdome, no bust. Oh, yeah. And good morning to you, too, my friend. Let's see, Matthew. Good morning, Burger Time. Back at you both. Let's see, Rich, Lions roar in 24. Can I get a Sheila? Woo! And you want it, you will get it. All right. Let's see, Trey. What's good all? Question mark. I believe our offense will get on track starting this game. I am seeing us put up 30. Man, I would take that. We score 30. We probably are in pretty good shape, and we may need to score a little bit more to keep up with the Seahawks. We all get it, man. They hit some of our weaknesses. If we can keep Smith and Bay, like we talked about during the breakdown earlier this week, if we keep him from scrambling, especially on those tight end rollouts into the flats, they murder us every year with it. It's like they start the game off, and it just annoys the heck out of me. Hopefully they can stop Seattle from doing that. limit their big three wide receivers. And yeah, we'll see where we'll go from there. See, Troy Houston, get on the field tomorrow? Question mark. I know some other shows are saying he will. It's possible. Could it be on a limited basis? Sure, like 3rd and long or something. Absolutely, totally possible. If he's inactive, I'll put it this way, Tori. If he is inactive tomorrow, that's probably a tell. James Houston's time in Detroit is about donezo. All right, just greetings, salutations, Duke Crew fam. It's going to be a Monday night part in the D, maybe party in the D with the Lions and how the Tigers are playing. I would say, yeah, if you're a Detroit fan, I mean, you got the Red Wings in preseason stuff. You got the Tigers going to the postseason, the Lions in the middle of the season, well, the early part of the season, and the Pistons about ready to kick off. It's a great time to be a Detroit sports fan. Let's see, Seattle Seahawks pass blocking grade per PFF, 53.2, 29th. Hutch pass rate win, so yeah, 37.9. First, I see sacks. Yeah, if I'm the Seahawks, I'm probably trying to go very similar to what the Rams did with as far as pre-snap motion and making everything quick outs. If it's me, man, I wouldn't give the Detroit Lions pass rush enough time to get home often. So yes, quick underneath passes, matriculate your way down the field. Hetman, top of the morning to Thornton. Here's a woo in the Duke Crew. One more day until the big game and 2 days before I get to hunt big game. Hey, go enjoy the big game tomorrow night before you go out and check out some big game. Let's see, Hatman again. Lions, Tigers, and Wings. Oh my! I probably need to get the what's his name, Sulu, doing a oh my from Star Trek. Yeah, that would probably work out there. Have that little pop up there. Amy, good morning, Dan, the Duke Crew! Exclamation points. Super coffee this morning. Go Lions. Go Hutch. Send those Seahawks waking back to Seattle 100%. And woo! Good morning to you too, Amy. Papa, let's see. The Lions may have caught Seattle at a very nice time. Woo! Yeah, I would agree. Hey, every team's beat up. We get it. We've got guys out. They've got guys out. The only good thing I'll say is with Ragnar being out this game and some of their defensive linemen being out, I'm hoping that kind of offsets a little bit, at least somewhat. See, Hookadoo, good morning, Dan and the Duke Crew. One Pride, Roar Detroit, 100% Hooks, and good to see you as always. Quentin, greetings, salutations all. Pound that dang rock on them all game. They beat up on D. Yes, they are. And yes, I got to imagine that's part of the game plan. Get after them. See, Hatman, Amy, you need to get a hold of me for some of the original coffee to make Lions Talk Live morning even better. Laughing out loud. I'll take that, man. Yes, you got a marketing campaign going there, Hatman. See, Hookadoo, Berg, what up, brother? Let's see what he says. JDC, Puff, let's see, Puff, woo, coffee, and Lions Talk Live, all the above. See, Fultron, hey, Coach, thanks for doing this show even on a Sunday. We are off. Hey, anytime, man. Yeah, I'll do it even when we get our bye week and such. I'll still have something up. There's always something to digest and talk about. Jedi Sith, good morning, Duke Crew. Back at you. Dave, what's the big break? Hey, they've got 3, you can even say probably 4 or 5 guys out of that defensive front 7. With that being out, man, I got to imagine the Lions are going to be trying to run that ball at them or, repeatedly left and right. And then, probably set up some play action pass, which we all get is one of Jared Goff's better aspects. Let's see, Hetman, JDC. Oh, yeah, we'll go with that. Hookadoo, Amy Spray. Don't you mean limping back to Seattle? Grit, yeah, hopefully they're just crawling back. How about that? Crawling back to Seattle. Bo Ford Field is more than the 12th man. Let's hear that roar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got to imagine, man, that place is going to be packed. It's going to be loud. And, yeah, people are going to be celebrating a little bit. Hopefully they're celebrating a Lions victory. See, Dana, what do you got? Greetings and salutations. Dan and Duke Crew, back at you. Hopefully have an outstanding start to your day. Sosimo, good morning, all. Same to you. AJ, greetings and salutations. All right. Hookadoo, the Roar owns 2024. Go Lions. That sounds appropriate to me. 70, good morning, boys. Exclamation point. Late to the party as I had to stop someone for a moment. Listening in while working. Well, yeah, keep both hands on the wheel. Pay attention to whatever your responsibilities work-wise are. And, yeah, hey, thanks for being here. See, man, no Robert Yankee, Donald Daddy do this morning. Hey, and then what do you know? Greetings and salutations. There you ask for Robert, he appears. I'm here, Hatman. I'm here. All right. France, good day all. Goff throws 3 TDs tomorrow. Book it. It is booked, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great day. Robert, I will be sitting on your front porch one day to surprise you. Hey, that's what friends do. Hey, man, Stephanie, glad it wasn't me. Yes, she let you go. That was very kind of her. Let's see, Michael D, be safe out there, Steph. 100%. 100%. Shamir, what do you got? Greetings, salutations. Same to you. Hopefully having a great start to your morning. Hetman, sorry, Robert, I just couldn't resist. It happens. Shamir, should we bring back Tracy Walker? That's a question. I wonder, I saw he got let go from the 49ers practice squad. Could they bring him back? Sure. I think the only problem with him, at least it's just my opinion, the guy is a phenomenal dude. If he could just mass up a little bit, he could probably be the weak side linebacker we've been looking for. I just worry about his coverage skills as a secondary personnel person. It just, to me, it was never a strength. Run tackling, all that stuff, phenomenal at it. Secondary, coverage, whether zone or man, just wasn't ever seemingly a strength of his for whatever reason. So I think he would be a phenomenal Sam linebacker, though. Hatman, I see he's 200 yards running for Thunder and Lightning Monday night. Woo! Yeah, if we can dominate the ground like that, yeah, you'll have these guys doing a whole lot of damage to Seattle. See, Hookadoo, 34-28. The Lions plucked the Seahawks. Grit, 100%. I'll go with that, and good morning. Let's see, Burger Time. Good morning, Hookadoo. Brent Kirby's passer rating against is 0. Lions grabbed 2 picks Monday night. Oh, yeah, let's make that happen. And, yeah, Kirby's off to a heck of a start to his season. See, Super Trust Fall. Let's see. That bright yellow thumbnail kills me, man. Hey, it grabs your eyes, doesn't it? That's basically, guys, that's all the reason why I do it. It makes it easy for most people, not everybody, but I'm going to guess most people can read what's on there pretty dang easily. Plus, you see it. You can probably identify it's a Lions Talk Live thumbnail. So I don't know, man. I used to use darker ones, but then people tell me, it was hard to read on their phones or whatever. You try to make everybody happy. You're probably going to make nobody happy. So I just went with that because I thought it would make it easier for everyone to read. All right, Eric, good morning. Back at you, Eric. Hopefully it's a good one. See, Hatman, to all the newbies, welcome to the greatest show on earth. Hey, thanks for that, man. And yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoy yourselves a little Lions Talk Live in the morning. See, Burger Time, Lions and Seahawks streak ends against us. 34-20 Lions. Woo! I'll go with that. And yes, let's get that on to the winning streak. Keep our winning streak going. Sarge Hale, what do you got? Good morning, Dan the Drew Crew. Back at you. Woo! And good woo to you too. See, Hetman, and JDC Hetman and elsewhere. See, Hetman, 35-28 Lions. Can I get a woo woo? You want one? I'll give you one. Never gets old, man. Sarge, Lions 34-21. Hookadoo. Woo! And good morning to you too. Broski Bear, good to see you, my friend. What's the deal with James Houston? Question mark. Is he a locker room cancer? Question mark. Is he playing Monday? I don't know, man. I really can't answer that. I don't think he would be a cancer. Otherwise, he'd probably already be gone. I mean, he's on a 1-year contract. I don't think they're going to let somebody ruin the locker room. As far as if he's playing, I'm assuming he will. But you do ask a good question there, Broski. If he is inactive Monday, given what's happened with Davenport and Barnes, it's probably the end of his time here in Detroit, I would anticipate. Unless they're just activating him because maybe that ankle, the lower leg break, is just not fully healed yet. But it's been over a year now because he injured that, week 2 last year? So, yeah, it's just a year and 2 weeks since the break. I would think it would be healed. I've been wrong before. All right, Bo, 35-17 Lions. I'll go with that. JDC, woo! Hatman, woo! JDC, oh, okay, we'll go with that. Let's see, Robert, Hatman, do you add anything special to your woo coffee? Please advise. We'll find out. Inquiring minds want to know. Bo, John Macaron gave a good breakdown on James Houston, spelled out why he's not getting playing time. Nothing to do with his locker room behavior. Yeah, my anticipation is it's just, 1, he's limited to one position. 2, it's his ability to stop the run or help stop the run. You look at what they've done with the front 4 for the Detroit Lions. They really do appear to be guys that are focused on stopping the run first and then getting the quarterback second. To me, that just seems like, that's what the coaching staff wants out of them. James Houston is the opposite in that regard. He can get to the quarterback. He's not great in run defense, especially setting the edge. You would probably see Seattle, among other teams, run right at his side and get out wide quite a bit if they felt or shoot the A gap between the tackle and the guard on that side. See, Amy, hi, Dan. Since You want to Scooby-Doo everything. Are the Lions a mystery machine? 100%. You always got to figure them out. See, Hetman Robert Yankee is a secret ingredient I cannot disclose. Hey, yeah, you don't want to give out the secret sauce. Robert John Gruden did a segment on Lions versus Seahawks. He is okay. Sometimes he can be a little much. Yeah, it happens, man. But hey, hear from his wisdom. I mean, it's gonna be hard to find somebody who's got probably more intrinsical game planning information than John Gruden. I mean, he's been a coach for a long time, and yet I get he's kind of a knucklehead with some stuff. But if you want to just listen to his thoughts on the game, hey, you can probably find worse sources. I'd say Robert. Oh my, there you go, Broski Bear, Bo Booth. Interesting. I wonder why he's on the roster then. Because he can get to the quarterback. I think we all get that. If he got released, you would see other teams pick him up because finding guys that do that is incredibly tough. It's probably finding a good quarterback in the league is probably the toughest thing. Probably finding defensive backs and guys who can get to the quarterback are probably among the next level. All right, Dave, payback time, and Seattle is going down. Big woo from Arizona. Well, hopefully you're enjoying Arizona, my friend. And yes, enjoy the game tomorrow night, which will probably be during the afternoon for you. Hetman, Robert Yankee, I might disclose it if Phil takes me fishing. There you go. And Phil's been on a tear lately fishing. Bo Broski, development is key. Only his second active season. That is true. Yeah, he missed basically all of last year. Robert, the secret is safe with me. Of course it is. Robert, Dan, sometimes you make me want to practice my vocabulary words again. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I've been murdering the English language since as long as I can remember. Let's see, Robert, Hetman, let's see. Yeah, Hetman, the Do Crew don't rat people out. There you go. Don Burt, they're injured. We are injured. Let's ball. 100%. Everybody's got injuries. Nobody gets through the season uninjured or unblemished. See, Boy Mayfield is a huge loss for the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I would agree with that, 100%. Mafia, yeah, whatever. Hetman, what can do? Do we have some Bears fans here? Hard to trust. We do have some Bears fans here. Again, let's see. JDC, stay tuned to Coach Dan and Lions Talk Live for updates on the coffee secret ingredient. There we go. And nothing will be disclosed on air unless he wants to do that on air. All right, Courtney, greetings, salutations, Duke Crew. Woo! Man, we are wooing it up here. Full slate farms, run the ball, exclamation point, control the clock, no turnovers, win the game. I like the way you are thinking. See, Hookadoo, that is truth, Hatman. Robert is the ingredient of destiny. Now, that might be true. Let's see, full slate, JDC, I want the secret ingredient. Everybody wants your secret charms. There you go. They're magically delicious, apparently. Hatman, JDC, I'm working on a brand new Puff Puff coffee. Oh yeah, there we go, JDC. All right, full slate. Jags have some players we could lose if they are out of it. Yeah, Jags could be one of the teams selling at the trade deadline if they really feel like it is time for them to start moving on. I do think if we've talked about it for years in the NFL, maybe a decade, that a team could move over to Europe. I think they're the team that would do it. That's why they're playing 2 games over there this year. Plus, the ownership family I think has ties over there. I would not be surprised in the next season or two. The Jags really tank. They don't do well. Maybe they do look to moving overseas or announce that year, whatever, they're going to move over to England or something like that. See, Robert, yeah, shocking face. Sarge, I'll go with Green Bay, Dan, and pray we both are right. We'll see what shakes out, my friend. Let's see, Courtney, was to be in Green Bay at my cousin's to root for the Pack, exclamation point. I got sick, couldn't go. Subliminal intent, could be. Hopefully you're feeling better. Dana, I'll go with Green Bay. Hope for a 3-way tie. Now that would be great. JC, I'd rather be dead than a cheddarhead. Go Vikes. All right, we'll go with that. See, David, let's see, Lions 30, Seattle Seahawks 21. Let's go, 100%. Dana, laughing out loud. JDC, Brent, I'm hoping for 4 false starts by the Sea Chickens and 4 sacks for the Lions. Oh, yeah, that would be a great first drive for the Seattle Seahawks if we can get 4 sacks. Maybe they go for it on 4th down. We get another sack. Let's see, JDC, here's something not Chicago Bears related. Lambeau Field, home of the Lamers. There we go. Hookadoo, JDC, we can put on your headstone, died a Lions fan. Oh, yeah. JDC, just one Super Bowl before I'm, quote, deep 6th. Let's hope we get a few for you, man. Let's get a few. Brent, ditto, JDC, Hetman, come on, Duke Crew, smash that like and subscribe. Yes, if you guys haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Also, you got a half second of time, hit that thumbs up button, that like button, if you would, please. Here's Johnny, looking forward to another good old-fashioned Detroit Lions smash mouth football game. Exclamation point, 24-21, Lions win. I'll take it. Kim, I would never root for the Packers. Also, hope Rodgers gets pounded into the ground as much as possible regarding who the Jets play. Fair enough. Jason, we need a dominant victory soon. Yeah, let's make it tomorrow night. David, Trump, woo! We'll see. I don't know if we've seen Trump's in here today, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not thinking about it, but it could be. JDC, Elvis lives in the swamps of the Yoop. You know, true story. Back, he's probably been deceased about 10 or 15 years now. There was this guy in Paw Paw when I would be the sports reporter and an editor for the Courier Leader. I cannot remember his name right now, but there was this guy. Everybody called him Elvis. He looked like Elvis, dressed like Elvis. Went downtown Paw Paw, and I think just about every day played Elvis songs. He did it for decades, and the town beloved him. Everybody in the area, you didn't have to be in Paw Paw. You could be Lawton, Lawrence, or whatever, Gobles. Everybody in that area loved the guy, and it was a sad day when he did pass away. But anyways, that's a story for another time. All right, Jeffrey, Eagles, we still control our own destiny against Philly. Need Tampa Bay with more losses. That's an outstanding point there, and that's why I was saying let's go with the Philly Eagles. Patrick, our elite running quarterback Jared Goff will get at least 25 yards rushing. Man, wouldn't that be something if he's at least up into the 20s rushing? Hey, he has run more this year. Patrick, also, we do the unexpected. Well, I'll go with that. Dana, go Lions on Monday Night Football. Woo! 28-24. I'll take that. Is that still you? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Weird says, yes. Is that still you? Yeah, it could be. Man Bear, Green Sanitation, Scooby-Doo crew. Back at you, Man Bear. Good morning. Dana, Kirby Joseph will get 2 INTs on Monday. Let's hope that happens. JDC, Detroit Lions, Stormfront, coming to Ford Field Monday night. I think that sounds about right. Kurt Steele, what up, Dude Crew? What's up with you, Man of Steel? Hopefully you're having a great day, my friend. Hetman, good morning, Kurt, the Man of Steel, 100%. Good morning, Mr. Flint Doe, says Bo. Let's see, Michael, what do you got? Kim, I couldn't agree with you more, 100%. Go Lions, woo, all the above. Dana, everyone like and subscribe. Yes, if you guys can, that would be great. Hookadoo, good morning, Kurt. I was wondering about did you ride the hurricane out? Yeah, that's true with the hurricane. And yeah, down in the Carolinas. That's probably a good call, Hookadoo. Kurt Steele, good morning. Exclamation point. My intent was internet was out for a day and a half. Well, I'm sure, yeah, if that's the worst you got it, you probably did okay. Because I know a lot of people, some people were talking in the chat the last couple days. Yeah, just the storm fronts, the surge, all that stuff, man. Thoughts and prayers to all those affected. Hopefully everybody is okay. JC was wondering about you, Kurt. Safe in North Carolina? Yes, let's hope he is. Bo, missed your show, Kurt. JDC, Mother Nature sure gets fidgety. That is correct. Lansing JP, Ford Field blackout, question mark. I'll be wearing my black jersey. Well, enjoy it, my friend. Go enjoy it and enjoy the game. Dr. Detroit, morning, back at you. Lansing and JP, Gruden isn't that bad. Yeah, I haven't seen the show, but, talking about somebody on YouTube giving out some sort of takes or analysis, he's got to be towards the top, I would anticipate, just because his wealth of information. 9 drinks, game day for everyone except me and you. Boo-hoo, there you go. Lansing JP, bigger knuckleheads in the chat compared to Gruden. I digress. But I digress. I knew where you were going with that, but yes, probably true. Let's see, thoughts on gatekeepers of bandwagon fans. Lions bandwagon fans been filling up. It wasn't this cramped on the wagon during the Campbell's first season. No, it wasn't. But you know what? Hey, more and more fans are coming out of the woodwork. I was, Johnny Gaz. I was messaging and talking with him after the Lions loss, I should say, to Tampa Bay. How you could just tell that week until we got the win against Arizona, the fan base, just a lot of them, tuned out, I guess you could say. I can remember when the season ended last year against the 49ers. Yeah, just the about 2 days later, the fan base just crashed. People were so emotionally distraught. It happens. All right, Broski, Gruden is the man. Could be. Dana, does it count if I wear my all black at home? Why not? You're showing support. I would say yes. Let's see, Broski, Jags and Panthers could both move. Oklahoma City and either San Antonio or Toronto. Could be. I think, my personal opinion, I know I've already given it, is if the Jags move, they're going overseas. They're going to Europe. All right, creative idea. 34-20 Lions pick Woo! There we go. Boo. All right. Salute, Kurt. There we go, Brett. Man, can we make Dan go horse with woos? It is possible. 9 Drakes. I only got the outer bands bad enough. Okay. Well, I hope your guys are all okay. Kurt, family and I are safe. No damage here. That is good. That is good. All right. Lansing JP, St. Brown 40+ yard reception yards. Montgomery 40+ rushing yards. Goff 200+ passing yards. Gibbs 25+ rushing yards. Laporta 3 catches. DK 3 catches, 25+ yards. Lock it in. It is locked, my friend, and thank you for those thoughts. JDC, let's at least make him woozy. There we go. Bo, Lions bandwagon is like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Virgins to the ears! ! Woo! Haha! There we go. I'll go with that. Salute, Brent. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here a little early. Hit the gym, get some stuff done before we get some work stuff done today. Probably to watch a little bit of the games here and there throughout the day. But if there is some sort of breaking news later today, you guys all know I'll get it to you as quick as possible. Other than that, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so, making that push for 8,100 subs. If you got a half second of time, it's free of charge. Reach on down, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. We try to get every episode to 200 to 300 more thumbs up or like. I'm also, if Jen has a little time later today, I'm going to try to do a new special end of the show for you guys. Some of you guys will probably recognize it right off the bat and get a kick out of it. So go enjoy your days. Do something for kind for some of you don't know. Go through your own rooting guides. Have some fun just rooting against teams to help the Lions. Other than that, take care. Enjoy your day. We'll see you all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, all.
Happy trails to you until